these old steam engines, they have at least probably 40 or 50 turns from lock to lock of their steering. Now this is a massive steersman's competition, this one. So it's a real effort, especially in this hot weather, to make this achievement of this race. So we're just going to back the engines into their readiness at the opposite side of the arena. So we're just backing the engines into their prime places for the old slalom race. So on a serious note, before we get going on the slalom race, I've just been made aware that there is an item of lost property. This item of lost property has just been brought to me, so I would like to hand this out. Would a member of the public called Paul Kemp, would Paul Kemp like to come and collect the member of the lost property? Kempy, I think that's you, isn't it? I've got an item of lost property. Kempy. Paul Kemp. I've been handed to this by a young lady. She said this was yours. It definitely fits. It definitely fits. What do you reckon, ladies and gentlemen? It looks glamorous, doesn't it? Apparently Wes has taken my flag because he informed me he needs a red flag. What do you reckon, Wes? How are we doing?
Hot.
Yeah, it's very, very hot out here today, ladies and gentlemen.
My apprentice,
You're backing your apprentice?
the big one.
The big apprentice. So what engines have we got here today, Wes?
We've got a Parham, which is the black one, so everyone can tell how easy that is. And then the red one, which normally have women's lines, we call it the pink one.
The pink one, I love that, that's amazing. So who do you think's going to win?
Well, I've got to back my apprentice, haven't I? I have to, because he's big and fat.
Definitely Team Fowler then. So like I said, this is a slalom race, so it's in and around the first cone, out and around the second cone, in and around the last one, down the outside of the arena forwards, and it's the first one back to the opposite side of the arena. Give us a whistle when you're ready, Team Engines. I'm not sure they're paying attention, or they're not ready. Oh, one of them's ready, the Fowler's ready. Team Burrell's not quite ready, they're just doing some firing. Team Pink, oh yeah, Team Pink, we're called Team Pink. No, they're still not ready.
Ready on time.
Any time today, lads? Oh, here we go, here we go. Where's, you've got to show them in with your flag. What do you reckon? After three then, 1, 2, 3, go! Here they come. Who's first away? The Fowler was definitely first away. Look at that smoke coming out of the barrel, ladies and gentlemen. Both of them are neck and neck at the moment, out and around the first cone. Look at the steersman, look how many turns he's got to do. There's at least 30 turns on that steering. The Fowler's doing a fantastic job. The Burrell's just slowed down a little bit with Harry on it. Harry, come on, get your arm going. Team Fowler's just coming in and around the top cone. And the Burrell's just coming up to the top cone, doing a little bit slow. Harry, come on, get that windmill hat going. Fowler is on the long straight back, look at him go. This is unbelievable. Imagine what the original manufacturers would have said with this. This is definitely a competition. Burrell has just come round the top and coming into the straight, but the Fowler is homeward bound. And only 5 feet to go. The Fowler is the winner! Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the Fowler. Team Wes and his apprentice, what do you reckon?
The Team Pink we've got to go against the steamroller, I think.
Yes, definitely. Team Pink against the steamroller. How was that? What a valiant effort. Good job on the Burrell, but as ladies and gentlemen you will see, how many turns on the steering is it to turn these engines? Like I said, probably 30 or 40 lock to lock. So just coming in and around these cones, it's not an easy task, it's a massive effort, especially on this hot day. What we're going to do, we're just going to have another shuffle round and have a second round of this. We're going to move engines, we're going to move steamrollers. So we're going to do the two steamrollers next. We're just going to set them up and then we'll be on. So an observation from Wes, we're both single man in the steamrollers. The road locomotives, both if you'll notice, have two people on them. That is called a driver and a steersman. So unlike your car or modern tractor where you just sit in it and do the whole lot yourself, on a traction engine or road locomotive you have a driver and a steersman. The driver, and not only does he do the making it go, making it stop and the brake, but he also looks after the fire and the water, and the steersman just steers it. With the steamrollers you can do the same, but they were only built one-man crew. So this, they've got to do the whole lot. Not only are they driving it, starting it, stopping it, brakes, accelerator, they're also steering it left and right, but they're maintaining the boiler, which is actually doing the coal, doing the fire, making sure it's got plenty of water in it, because like your kettle at home, if you run it out of water, it will boil dry, and that is no good at all. It will boil the bottom out of it. So valiant effort on behalf of both steamroller drivers. Well, there's a bit of banter going across between two engine owners. So on the left hand side with Greg with Sestra, he's just oiling the steering, which I think that probably makes a great advantage, judging by his big smile over there. Yeah, plenty of oil on these things. Again, in a mechanical sense, unlike your car, you can't just get in it and go, you have to oil everything with an oil can. Robin looks pretty confident over here on the right. The K-Max roller from Burrells. K-Max were a local company in Horsham. They did tarmacking and steamrolling, that kind of stuff, wood sawing. If you get a chance to look at this engine and look on the motion covers, there's a wonderful building detail that displays this company and what they can do. So they both whistled up to say they're ready, so I'll count them in. After three, red flag, in and around the first cones, out around the second cones, 1, 2, 3, off we go! Greg has just primed it with these steam engines too, when they draw the water up out of the chimney from the boiler. So over to the barrel with Robin. He's in and coming around the last cone, but steamrollers have very low geared steering. I think he's going to have to do a manoeuvre. Greg's now come to the end, he's just about stopped and he's going in reverse. Shut the drain cocks, open the regulator. But Robin is in the lead, out and around the second cone. Doing the slalom backwards, Greg's closely behind, look at him go, this is incredible, no more climbing from Greg. The Burrell is slightly in the lead, but the Avelin is chasing up close behind, it's going to be close on this one, Greg's coming round the last cone, but the Burrell steamroller is actually just the winner! So ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Robin on the beautiful Burrell, and also give a great big round of applause for Greg, who did a valiant effort on the Avelin over there. What an impressive sight that is. You can see the steam and the power dropping out of the chimneys. This is wonderful. Well done team, well done. Okay, so what we're going to do now is a little unorthodox, but it's great. We're going to have the winner of the steamroller event and the winner of the road locomotive event to do this event once more time. We're going to do another slalom. What an unusual composition. So like I said earlier, steamrollers, they were designed to roll in the roads. They had 2 speeds, they had no springs, they had no rubber tyres, they had no suspension. You've got road locomotives which had the lot. Rubber tyres, spring suspension, 3 speeds, they had belly tanks for extra water. Some of them even had cranes, which these two were lucky enough to have here, competing against each other. That's an unusual composition, but it will be an interesting one. So we're just going to line them up and see what happens. Robin on the barrel over here, ready to go. It's just firing up. You can see the smoke coming out the chimney. We've got Pat on the Fowler over here, the Great North. He's just setting up in line. Doing a little shuffle there, getting it right. They're a big old lump, these things. They weigh between 15 and 20 tons, these machines. You've got to respect the nimbleness of them to be able to go between the cones, especially if there's only one person on them. So guys, when you're ready, give us a whistle. We're doing a bit of steering, a bit of gear changing, a bit of coal on, a bit of oil on. Fowler's gained a steersman. Robin, have you got a steersman or are you doing it on your own? He's doing it on his own. That's amazing. What a legend. Okay then, after 3, I will count you in with the red flag. Right, off we go then. 1, 2, 3, go! The Burrell steamroller is definitely in the lead. I think he really wants to claim this leadership. Followed up closely behind the Fowler roller. They're doing wonderful. Burrell's in and out and around the second cone. I've been a little bit vulnerable here. I'm going to go this side. Fowler's in and around the second cone. Following up closely. Go on, Pat. Give us some beans. Out and around the first one. Steamroller's going to struggle with this. Oh, he's going to do it in reverse. So that's perfect. Off we go. Fowler's just reached the top end. He's going to make a reverse turn. He's going backwards. But the Burrell's quite in the lead. He's in and around the second cone. Fowler comes straight back towards the lead. It's going to be neck and neck. This looks like a close one. Speed job. Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. What do you reckon? I think that's a bit of a draw. How do you think we should decide this? Do you think that the crews themselves should actually do the race themselves? Robin, Pat, I think you should do the slalom race yourself without your steam engines. Okay, all of you. They're all going to do the slalom race. Well, I get told nothing. So I tell you what, I'm going to come up to this end of the arena and I'm going to get ready with my flag and I'm going to ask the teams without their steam engines, are you ready? Give me a whistle. Give me a whistle, I can't hear those whistles. Shout whistle. Yeah, ready. Okay, after 3, we're going to race the slalom race with no steam engines. I will count you in. 1, 2, 3, off we go, team engine drivers. So no steam engines, in and around the first cone, here they come. Toby's coming up really quick. Although Pat's coming up, he's beat him definitely round the first cone. Bring that steering round. Oh no, and Robin has done a crash. Here we go, come on Pat, everybody's a winner. And look at them all go. Harry was probably the first with his helicopter hat. Oh, and they've all done a roll. What an amazing thing. Robin, what can you tell me about what happened?
I need a breather.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we should give them a great round of applause for being brilliant sport, shouldn't we? Hey, how entertaining is that? Even without their steam engines, they are such characters. That is fantastic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are just about coming to a close for our shenanigans here this afternoon. It's a little bit hot, we have done exceptionally well, and the steam engine drivers and owners, I actually genuinely don't know how they do it. It's all to do with enthusiasm, which is actually a real promotion of, you know, their efforts to bring these big beasts here today, with all the work and effort that goes on. So what we're actually going to do, we're going to ask them, although you've seen them here today doing 1.5 miles around the arena, you know, 1.5 miles an hour, tootling round like portly old gentlemen. These big old beasts here, they were actually a machine of their time. They were designed to haul massive loads at 10 or 15 miles an hour, you know, to compete with a horse. So when you have to compare this thing with a horse, imagine this coming through your village today with a great big load on it. So So what I'm going to ask the engine owners to do is put their machines in top gear and do a little lap or two around the edge of the arena to just show how much these engines can do on the road when they're travelling between events. This is a show to prove that they are not just toys for fun games, they're also a machine to do a job. So here goes the steamroller, he's in top gear there. It might not look that impressive, but what you've got to remember, in 1920, you were comparing this to a single-cylinder car or a horse, and this thing, it could do a job, it could roll tarmac, it could haul a load. And here it goes, imagine that coming through your village and you've never seen anything the like. The road locomotives are just changing gear. You'll see it's a difficult thing. You can't just give the clutch and press the pedal or move the lever. You've genuinely got to run the engine, move the bottles upstream and just change gear by hand. The mechanism has a pin in it. You know, there's a lot to do. You can see Pat up there on the Fowler, look, he's genuinely fighting with the machine to get it in top gear. The barrel's just backing in, and you can tell it's in top gear because the motion work for the practically minded of you is going very slowly. So the old engine's in top gear. You don't like a car change gear, you don't put it in first and then move up to second and then up to third. You select it here, so we selected top gear, third gear. This gear is capable of going from 30 tons at 10 or 12 miles an hour, which like I said, back in 1900 or 1910, you've only got a horse to compare this to. The Fowler is now set off, he's in top gear as well. You can hear those gears building up, the general whine. He's moving off there majestically. Now the barrel's just setting off. Listen to the chimney. You can tell when the engine's working because it barks. They say a steam engine barks. I can tell, listen to that. That shows the horsepower. You can hear the power and hear the acceleration. Look at him go and how gentle that is. A gentle power, not like a diesel engine where it roars and it smells and it stinks. This thing is wonderful. Now look at that. So here comes the adrenaline. What you've got to think, imagine it's midnight and it's 1901 and this machine is coming through your village towing 30 tons. Look at that, just picture that. By candlelight or by oil lamp. Look at the oil lamps on the front of the engine, that's all they had for headlights. There was no street lights. And this big beast came through at midnight. You can imagine it, can't you? I should think all the school children are up at the windows. They're probably late for school the next day because of looking at this thing. So majestic, look at that barrel go, it's almost silent, isn't it? Bit of smoke out the chimney, which means he's fired it up. What a wonderful sight, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely awe-inspiring. This is the kind of thing that made me interested in this hobby when I was very, very young. My grandfather took me to this show when I was about 10 years old, and I have never looked back since. And for some unbelievable reason, I'm here now doing the commentary in the arena for you wonderful people. So this just goes to show that they're not portly old gentlemen. They don't do 1 mile an hour only. They are really capable of doing a proper day's work. Listen to that. How awe-inspiring is that? That is the thing that dreams are made out of. Well, I think on that note, what I'd like to do is conclude by saying thank you very much to our steam engine owners, and thank you very much to the Parham Steam Rally, and thank you very much to the wonderful members of public who spent the afternoon sitting around here listening to my nonsense and watching these old beasts perform their art. And I'd just like to give a great big round of applause for everybody everybody involved, yourselves, steam engines alike. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Thank you very much, and we wish you a safe journey home, and we look forward to seeing you again next time, next year, for more fun and shenanigans at this wonderful steam rally. Thank you so much. See you all in the beer tent, and keep yourself hydrated. Thank you.